Hey guys, welcome back to Ride Out MMA. Today we got a banger. We're going to be rewatching the 1999 WKA World Championship, okay, between Paul Biafore and Bernard Swiftkick Robinson. Yeah, we're going to be watching that today. And honestly, I already watched it once. Super impressed. Good fight. Fun fight. The 90s had a lot to offer. I don't think we're thinking about that enough. And we're watching this on Vimeo. You know, you can't really find a lot of good kickboxing on YouTube. Not the old school stuff. Right? It's hard to find, especially these Canadian and American guys. There's some banging fights. But let's get right into it and start watching. This guy right here, it was suggested to me. Damn, look at the look, too. Hey, shades. Listen to the song. That's hype. But it was suggested to me by a friend of mine, Jason Batiste, who trained with Twin Dragon Kickboxing in Toronto for a long time. And this is one of his team members, Paul Biafore. The guy's a beast. Love his style. 28-3-1 out of Ontario, Canada, Toronto, Canada. It's funny, whenever they're talking about Canadian fights, Canadian fighters back then, they just say the province. They don't actually say the town. But the American guy here, Swiftkick, they tell you he's from Pennsylvania, or Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Swiftkick. I love the looks that they're bringing out, too.
From Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Fighting in an old hockey rink.
Very flashy fighter, good kicker. Of course, we're going to see some pretty
Good
amazing
kicker.
stuff with his legs tonight. Paul Biafore's been champion.
It's a good fight, though.
For a
And
while
this
now,
card,
and
too,
he knows
just
his
while
way
I was
around the
watching, I
ring.
couldn't believe the other guys that were on this card. Like Don Wilson and Rick Rufus were both on this card, as well as another heavyweight guy. I can't remember his name right now. We'll see him, though, in a little bit.
We're 4 hours apart from each other. Geographically,
And then the guy that's speaking there, that's Jean-Yves Theriault, the guy we did last week's fight on, doing color commentary. Bernard Robinson. Mass destruction. Kickboxing. Full contact karate. So the difference between full contact karate and, let's say, like, they describe as international rules, or like what we know of kickboxing as today. So they wear like boots on their feet, like, I guess kicking gloves for their feet, kicking shoes. I don't even know what you call them, to be honest. They wear those on the feet. They're only allowed to strike kicks above the waist. They can't throw it at the legs. There's no clinching at all. No elbows. No knees.
It probably took me about 2 years to.
And you have to throw a minimum of 8 kicks per round. I love this look.
It took me about another 2
The
years
towel with the hole cut in the middle. That's how you keep warm. Canada.
So that transition.
Yeah, so he's with Dragon, Twin Dragon. Pretty famous kickboxing gym out of Canada. Not as relevant anymore. No offense. Look, he's keeping his shades on, even though he took everything else off. It's pretty hype.
Now here's Bernard Robinson. He's in the
Take the shades off. Take the shades off. I don't want to take the shades off. Too cool.
And Swiftkick Robinson wants that title. Biafore from Ontario, Canada.
Good luck, Swiftkick.
Robinson from Pittsburgh.
Tell you what, there's a big contrast of styles here for kickboxing.
The third man in the ring.
Biafore, you're going to see, is a
Scheduled for 12
little bit
rounds.
more tight, right? A little bit more clean in terms of like kickboxing fundamentals and not like point fighting karate.
Wasn't it great?
Oh my God.
I don't know, the way that Swiftkick moves around here is a little light on his feet. You know, kind of crazy hands.
In his comeback attempt, he came back with
Slipped a sidekick right off the bat. But yeah, we're going to be like pausing this, kind of rewatching some of the highlights as we go through. They both started off pretty quick. Both guys didn't really give any feeling out process, just immediately into the fight.
He's been here 6 hours getting primed. What's a fighter do when he gets here that early?
He's got quick feet. Swift kick? These kicks are swift. I get it. I think he's juicing, though, not the dog.
Some fighters
Look at the way
will
his
even sleep.
muscles are. In the front, like, he's fucking jacked.
Make sure that all your equipment is there. Make sure that your people are in place, and just wait it out. And that's very kind of intimidating.
I like off of a lot of stuff that Paul throws here. He kind of just drops it forward afterwards. Really places it down forward after he throws it. And kind of masking the fact that he's closing the distance to set up some boxing. He's got good legs, though. And they're kind of tricky to read. Doesn't really give any tell as to where the shots are going. Swift's trying to set up with some feints there, but he can't really feint like that. He needs to mimic some sort of realism. He's got to look like the actual strike that you're trying to get them to bite on. And feinting's best to do after you've already established, some strikes, right? You sort of got them anticipating something, and then you pull the rug out from under them. You just do it outright. It might get a little bit. Oh my God, I love this combination. Oh, we're definitely backing that up. Let's back that up. Last 10 seconds here. Pause it.
Final 10 seconds of this opening round.
We're going to watch that in slow motion right from where he's about to
Otherwise,
hit it. Oh, shit. Let's watch that in slow. How do you change the shit? Yeah, you can change it to slow-mo. Boom, slow-mo. Boom. A short toe kick right up the middle. Oh, front kick. Almost an axe kick. But right to the head. I love the way in kickboxing they can just flow so seamlessly between their hands and their feet.
His legs are a little shaky.
Yes, they are. Boy, Robinson even missed the chair when he sat down.
Let's watch that. Boom. Head kick. Immediately follows up with the hook on the same side.
Followed it with an axe kick he tried to place right on the top of Robinson's head.
I love the way he pushed that kick into there.
And Biafore is picking his shots. There's a lot of action, a lot of speed, but you notice that he was picking his shots. He went to the...
Terrio is 100% right there. Biafore's not rushing too much. You see, even as the fight goes on, he kind of reserves himself more and more. And just like Terrio was saying, he's really picking his shot. He's trying to find the perfect moment to land his blitzing combination. And when he commits and goes in for the kill, he is really going in for the kill. He doesn't hold back a bit. But even this round, right, he'll start off quite a bit slower.
And the fact that Paul Biafore can switch from one side to the other, he can have a
I think swift
there.
kick was their corner was telling him to, or his corner was telling him to do a lot of side kicks and front kicks. Try to keep more space. Obviously afraid of Biafore's boxing. Yeah. Again, I love that classic setup of landing the round kick and then immediately popping off the punch on the same side. You throw a right kick, you load a right punch right behind it.
That's
Right.
what kickboxing is about, putting the punches and the kicks together.
Yeah, he's got a very tight guard. No crazy footwork, but lots of really good subtle movements. And again, just using the kicks, kind of cover a little bit of space. Good spinning back kick there. Landed it. Bounced off the arms though, but still. But swift kick's never going to have the same quality of boxing that Biafore has. Because Biafore, oh my God. We got to watch that combo back. But just like I was saying, swift kick, when he's throwing his punches, they're all coming out of a ton of movement. He's throwing his hands around, right? He's constantly shaking them. When you do that, you have really poor consistency of your hand position in general. So then you lose the consistency of the quality of your punches, if that kind of makes sense. Because if your hands are steady, like Biafores are, you don't have like all of this erratic, sort of meaningless movement. I wonder if I can just... Let's go ahead, 5 seconds. Let's watch that. Boom. Lands that round kick to the body. Switches, throws it again. Yeah. Sets up that really short hook kick. Watch that again. Body. Switch. Body. And then, yeah, snaps it right over top. The swift kick doesn't even get close with his follow-up. Okay, I'm glad I can just skip like that now. Okay, let's go back to normal speed. Sick combo, though, to set up a hook kick or crescent kick. Where you fake the body and then you flip it around to the other side.
Biafore is on his game. He's not backing away from Robinson's kicks. He's timing him, coming back with some...
See, look how crazy
Haven't seen him in a while like that.
Swift Kick's throwing his hands around. And compare that to Biafore's hand position. It's a lot more calm.
Final 10 seconds.
He's just fully prepared to
Trying to get it done with the feet.
throw at him.
Of course, that was expected. Swift kick, of course, he throws a lot of kicks. Paul Biafore in the past threw up to 30 kicks per round. I remember him fighting in Montreal.
That's a lot of
having
kicks.
him fight like that forever and ever. 10, 12 rounds at 20, 30 kicks a round. This guy knows how to kick. Which is in the mix.
Thus far, Mike Labrie.
Yeah, just look at this. Yeah, Mike Labrie, that guy, super heavyweight, crazy record, super good. Rick Rufus and Don Wilson.
For the super heavyweight world
I've never heard of
championship, a 10-round
Mike
TKO.
Labrie before.
And then the heavyweights got it on under international
Rick Rufus, one of my
rules.
favorites,
Rick
though,
Rufus
and I really
defeats
enjoy
Stan
watching Don Wilson, too.
Longinidis retired after the 9th round with a leg injury.
But I
We
lo-
think there
Rick
might have
Rufus is
been
probably
a
my favorite
fractured right
fighter.
leg. And then the cruiserweights, Don Wilson, KO tonight. And we're not
Skip
done
ahead.
yet. Here's Paul Biafore and Bernard Swift Kick Robinson. This is round 3. Robinson in the beige, I guess you'd call it gold, Biafore. And
Biafore's just a much more well-rounded athlete. He's ready to counter. You can just watch that counter again. Right over top of the jab. And then immediately following up with a kick to the midsection. Snapping off the jab whenever Swift Kick's trying to get a combination going. It's a good counter hook. But he stays calm the whole time. Right? Every time Swift Kick gets hit, he kind of like freaks out and tries to throw something back. Biafore, no matter what, he's getting hit, and he's like very calm.
Something is going to come over top. Paul Biafore is just stalking.
Close the distance. So you watch the way, just as he realizes that Swift Kick's about to spin there. So instead of like moving away, taking an angle, he closes the distance just so he's not hit with that kick.
He doesn't give any room for
Smart.
Robinson to throw his kicks or...
Yeah, exactly. Just what they're saying after. He's not giving him any room. He's staying right on top of him the entire time.
Some of the best of the best.
But not rushing it. Right? It's just very slow, cutting off the ring. See right there, cutting him off. Right, taking his angles, keeping the pressure, keeping him on the back of his back on the ropes. God, I love that combination. Digging to the body.
Absolutely. I think that Paul Biafore is taking the fight to Robinson here. He's got great.
Here we go.
Counter-punching movements, and the referee steps in. Gonna give
Just
him a count.
killing him.
Biafore really unhappy that the referee stepped in. He looks over at his corner with his gloves up in the air like, why didn't you let me take him out?
Kind of looks like a bit of a nerd, honestly. Apparently he's a full-time musician. That's his day job.
You know, I still to this day
At this
don't
point in time,
understand the
kickboxing
handicap.
was illegal in Canada, too, I think, in the 90s.
Of course, in some states, it's respected, and in others, we don't.
Indeed.
Robinson's a little shaky.
Really good combination work when he had him up
He had
against
a
the
hard-
ropes there.
hard
Again,
round,
just
that
that seamless
Let's turn
flow
back the
between
clock earlier
hands and
tonight
feet
in
with
our
no
first
break
fight
in the
here
rhythm
at
at all.
Destruction, Mike
Here you go.
Labrie on the right. As he finished up,
He's going to finish him.
Kevin Rozier. Rozier went down.
Just
unable
snaps
to
a jab
continue.
right into his jaw.
Well, Mike
We're not
Labrie,
talking
he
about
really
this
owned
fight,
that
though.
from the opening bell. Never
The
took a
way
step
the
back
ref
throughout the
holds
fight.
it.
Labrie the winner by
47-2 with
TKO.
41
He
KOs,
was
though.
47-2. That was his 41st knockout.
Mass destruction.
Now you heard Biafore
Yeah, no, I think
corner
he's
telling him,
juicing.
Go for the body shots.
Look at his body.
There is Robinson. Bernard Robinson from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
He's in super
He is in the
shape.
gold with the leopard skin trim. Starts with the side kick, 2-3.
See, I don't think even one of those kicks landed flush. Paul's got a lot of subtlety to his movement.
Robinson starts the
He
round
doesn't
real hard,
overreact
real
to
hard,
anything
but
that's thrown at him.
Biafore is
Nothing's
not
too
flustered by that.
flashy.
He just picks his shots. Very patient.
Oh my God.
He just
Elbow.
picks his shots.
What's
Very
that?
patient.
Boom. Round kick to the body to set up a jab. They're almost flowing in unison. And then lands his rear round kick to the body to set up his cross.
Biafore is not flustered by that. He just picks
Let's
his
just watch
shots.
that in slow-mo. Let's just watch that in slow-mo. Seamless combination work.
Very patient.
1, 2, 3, 4. And then immediately exiting. All right, ready to defend himself. And look at the hand position. It's calm, it's relaxed. Compared to, again, Bernard. He's throwing those hands around.
31. And he's 120.
Yeah, it wasn't as clean. The other combo was, though. All right, speed it back up again.
28 of those 31.
I love that type of combo work. Snappy. It's good with the lead leg.
Paul Biafore does a nice job of switching from left hand to right hand and then back. Oh, what a spinning back fist by Biafore.
And a good kick to follow it up. Robinson's on square straight here.
Go, 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 go. Watchman calls him back on. All right. let's watch that combo again. Because that was very thoughtfully set up. Let's watch that. Slow-mo. Watch the way he sets this up.
Paul Biafore does a nice job of switching from left hand to right.
So he throws that round kick. He's faking a round kick on that side. Faking it. Hits him with the side kick. And then right off that, look at that switch. So he switched across of him to set up that spinning boom back fist, which lands right on the side of Bernard. And at the very least, it kicked him in the head, set up a cross right off of that, kicking up underneath the body, following up to the head again. He sets up some really clean spinning back. Oh, you want more? All right. Just a duck underneath it and barely survive. But walking forward, it's just his hands can't match up. I'm sure if Bernard's swift kick was facing somebody who was a little bit more kick-oriented versus like pressure boxing, it's actually very similar style to Jean-Yves Theriault. That Bernard's putting, or not Bernard, sorry. Paul Biafore's putting out. Oh, God. Let's watch that. 1, 2 to the body. 1, 2. Trade in the
Good combination by Paul Biafore. I think it's safe to say that he's got this fight, up to this point, he's got this fight in hand.
Just dominating him. Watch that setup.
Biafore, there's the spinning back fist. Really put,
What's cool
Robinson
about the how many times you got to kick this guy in the head to put him out?
Wants to throw at him. Biafore stepped back here in this sequence, and Robinson waved him on as if to say, "You got to have more than that, pal." I mean, he's hit him with everything but a tire iron.
And of course, Biafore obliged. He came back.
Hit him with everything but a tire iron. No, just give him the chair.
And then tell him to
I'll
drive
put him
back
out.
that truck up and run over me again.
These guys are in shape, though. To be able to recover.
He's taking a beating.
The pace is quite fast.
And he's
as well.
barely giving anything back. Like, I don't even know how much Biafore's really been hit.
Robinson's got a welt on the side of his head.
Honestly, like, has Swift Kick even landed a clean kick? Let alone, I mean, I think he kicked him once in the head in the first round.
At stake,
Other than that, like, nothing.
World Championship.
He's barely landing a punch.
It is owned by Paul Biafore. Robinson wants it.
Parried off perfectly. Oh, he got him in the groin. Little touch. That's good.
He's going to have to impose himself and do a little bit more than what he's doing right now to get that title, that rest of that title away from Biafore. Biafore, on the other hand, is bent on keeping it tonight. He's well prepared. I haven't seen him in a long time, but he looks real good.
Yeah, he's so calm starting off the next round. He's in no rush at all. He knows he's winning. Doesn't want to run into any mistakes. Sticking to his game plan the entire time. Picking his shots when he has Bernard cornered.
That's quite exceptional.
Working him to the fence, cutting him off. Oh, sick axe kick.
Very sharp with his punches. Kicks and punch combination looks real good. Full extension, and he's picking Robinson apart.
Boy, great pictures, terrific audio from our crew here in Lowell, Massachusetts. We thank you, ladies and gentlemen, all along.
Just
our
picking them
broadcast
apart.
Team.
Again, so calm. How far that gets you?
Thrown into that kick.
Just Robinson's not. Swift Kick. He's not fighting intelligently. He's not trying to pick any holes out of Paul.
Good right-left combination.
He's just kind of letting himself get cornered and then throwing, you know, something out there. Just any power shot out there and hoping for the best.
I'd have to go with the roundhouse kick. You're generating a lot of power. You can go.
Oh, oh. Oh. What a finish. Head kick, cross, head kick, cross. That's what he had. I feel like Paul's kicks are really hard to tell. Champ. That honestly, flawless victory. Flawless.
His legs are still wobbly.
He fought a guy who's super in shape, clearly. Great athlete, great kicking. Watch that finish. Head kick. Follows up again. Little frame to control.
That is the one.
God.
Biafore
Love
set
that
this
setup.
up.
Hits him once to the head. Right. At the same time, he's lining up his punches too. He's seeing, like, where can I throw a punch out of this? See, he's landing it almost close to his lead foot. Maybe, I don't know. I'm speaking out my ass there. Boom. One more head kick. To set up, yeah, so he was setting up that rear side hook. Follows in, cross, one to the body. Waits for the counter. Another head kick up the middle, and while he's doing that head kick.
Second one, that third one, right after this one.
You know what's cool, actually? Let's watch that again.
And a second one, that.
Even if he misses his shot, because that one was kind of glancing, he holds him for a second, kind of pulls him in. So he uses a mistake as a part of his weaponry. Right? He misses the shot, but he still has a little bit of control. Right? He's glancing around the head, so he pulls something down. Let's see, right up to the body there. Keeps him guessing. Right from here.
That is the one.
Oh, my God.
Third one, right after this one.
We love the way, just as he's hitting that, I guess left high kick, he's also loading up across. And he times that with the foot hitting the mat.
I talked about how low Robinson was keeping that left hand.
Head.
There's the one punch
Head.
that came over the top. There's
Hook.
the second
Hook.
kick.
Very perceptive, and you called it right.
Wow.
I love
Robinson
that.
down and out.
Shades
And there's a
on.
quick finish
He
to a
earned
good
it.
fight.
He earned the shades look.
Bernard Swift Kick Robinson from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania loses. Let's listen.
Thank you.
Damn. That's about as clean as it gets for a
Martell's letting all
finish.
of us know the end came at the conclusion of the
Clean as it
fourth
gets for a
round.
fight.
Paul Biafore runs his record.
Well, thank you so much,
29 wins
Jason
and 3 losses.
Batiste,
And he'll take the
ex-kickboxer,
welterweight
kickboxing
world
coach now,
championship full contact
for
karate
suggesting
belt
Paul
back to Ontario,
Biafore.
Canada.
Really glad I found this fight. I think it's super exciting. If you guys have any
was speaking with
fights
his,
or
his
fighters
trainer
that you'd
earlier
want
on
me to
today.
look
He told me
up,
that
do a
Paul
little
went back to his
breakdown
kicking
of,
style, and
share
he
their
saw
fights
at
with
the
you
end of the fight
guys,
that he caught
let me know. I
Robinson
love
with a
doing
couple
this,
of really
honestly. I
good
love
round
watching these
kicks, and
fights, having a
followed up
beer.
with punch. That fight was over.
Okay, we
Here
get a
go
Rick
back.
Rufus extra. Look at Rick Rufus then. I don't know if you guys followed him, but he's fucking
Well, earlier
huge here.
tonight,
The American
Rick
shorts.
the Gentleman from
Boom!
Ventura, California, took Stan Longinitas out. A TKO at the end of the fourth round.
God
And
damn.
again,
Rufus is
throwing
so
a rear
good.
leg roundhouse kick. That seemed to be the power kick for tonight.
I love that look. Those shades are sick.
Paul
The winner by
Biafore.
KO and the new IKF Full Contact Rules World Welterweight Champion.
He's
in
a
the
champ.
red corner, Paul Biafore.
Paul
Damn.
Biafore.
Flawless
The
victory.
IKF Welterweight Full Contact World Champion. Well, when we got underway a little more than 2.5
Awesome.
hours ago, we told everyone Jean-Yves Derrière.
I guess we'll pause it there. Okay, guys, make sure you like the video if you enjoy these breakdowns of these old school kickboxing fights. We're going to do more of them in the future. I have fun with it, so why not? Subscribe to the channel and leave a comment about maybe a fight or fighter you'd like me to do a breakdown of in the future. I think I'm going to keep doing this because there's a lot of stuff out there that people haven't seen. This video's got like 100 views. That's it. And it's on Vimeo only. So we're bringing it to YouTube. Anyways, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.